Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me. Today's reading is going to be what's blocking this connection or this relationship. You have got three choices. Snow for number one. For number two, we've got Hearth here, and we've got the Witch flying over what looks like a gingerbread house for Tranquility. So if you want to take your choice, and then we'll get stuck in. Okay, I'm going to tell you my feelings first rather than going through the cards. As I'm putting these cards out, there's a strong feeling of your person. You're like a lesson to them. You're sent for them to grow, to be able to trust in life, to be able to express themselves emotionally, to be able to feel, to be able to grow emotionally big time. It's like turning into a compassionate, giving, gentle, kind, loving personality that is capable of being spontaneous and being reckless and still being able to find a sense of safety. Because they're coming across a Saturn here, and those last few sentences are enough to make Saturn cry. They don't really want to go there. It's a case of, well, I'm not going to stretch outside of what I'm used to in case I lose something or in case I trip myself up. And all these energies are needed in life, and that is where your person's coming from here. You've got here in the central pile the Page of Pentacles. You've got here the Ten of Wands at the side here. So to me, they're heavy cards. They're cards of, especially with this butterfly on the face of the fox, with regards to Saturnian Pentacles, doing things and being things and working slowly towards things and taking on responsibility. This person feels like that is where their growth is. This is what they feel. But there are other parts, and there are transitions in life that when we shift energy, now their lesson in life is to be able to be all those King of Cups things we said earlier here with this card under here. It's the need to have family and connections and love and let things go and to relax into life and to express and be more easygoing. And it's more important to cuddle on the couch with the people that you love than to strive. And that may have been a lesson previously, but it feels like this person's outgrowing it. The reason I'm saying that is because of what I've said about the different positions so far. But you've got here heaviness, walking away from a situation and moving on, a transition I'm thinking here from this Saturn feeling and this earthy feeling to emotions. And you've got the King of Cups here. This King of Cups is looking this way, and you've got here the King of Cups in the main central pile here. What's blocking this relationship so far is this person's lack of ability to trust emotionally, to let themselves go. This is somebody that I think probably beats themselves up a little bit with regards to where they should be in life and how they should show up and how good they should be and how they should provide. When we're all dead and gone, those will probably be the things that are good. You know, they're fun to play with. We're here on Earth, so why not? But it won't be the things that they will miss when they're not here. They will the things that will say, did that, well done me. These are the things that they will miss. And this is where the blockage is, because this person isn't at the moment. They are getting there. And you've got good cards here. Well, this one so far, I haven't seen this one. I mean, this is a nice card. You know, we're talking about emotions here. You've got the 10. This person has the ability to love and connect in a way, I'm guessing, with this Saturnian feeling here, and it being the 10, which tends to have like the Pentacle cards, a family feel. They can love big when they feel that it's part of a legacy or where they're going to go next, or, you know, how they're going to sit there in their family looking at what they've made, and they can feel love at that's Saturnian feeling of, well, that's what I did and this is what I wanted and I worked really hard and I deserve it. and that's where their love comes from. And they're getting there because they're probably releasing the Saturnian energy and letting go of half of it, but opening themselves up to more emotional connections as well at the same time, but maybe with their own language, that Saturnian language of love and people are legacies, and they love the same as everybody else, even if they've said, you know, something that doesn't seem emotional, like having somebody carrying their name on, or that is how they feel love, and it's different for anybody. Cancerians feel love when they look at the kids, or they look at the little baby dog. Is that just me? You know, it's that type of, we all love in different ways, and it's just different. Different things in life instigate that reaction in us. Is that the right word? Yeah, I don't know. But we all have different things that call on our different natures, but we all experience them. It's just is what pings you off at times. As we're moving on with regards to this connection, you've got the Nine of Pentacles. You've got, once again, cards of emotionally being unavailable, emotionally walking away from situations. But the Ace of Swords here next to the Nine of Cups, there's something that is almost, with this card here, seeping in slowly with... oh, my sister's talking to my dog. With regards to recognising where they should be and what they're missing out and where they want to be. This is like a slow journey here where your person is becoming more, and there's a feeling here, you've got fire here, you're impatient with regards to the process. It wouldn't surprise me if you fire here, if this whole process bores you a little bit. You're like, okay, well, get on with it. That type of feeling here. With your person coming across as Saturn and you as fire here, you would be completely opposing energies with regards to your reactions to time and how it flows. You're like, want it now, let's do it. You're like Saturnian people with Capricorn Venus, they can fall in love over many years, and that's how they would ideally like it to be delivered. Somebody who they work alongside would be spot on for Capricorn Venus, and somebody who after a period of like 5 to 10 years that relationship grows and grows and feels stable and established, and this person is growing what I guess is to the Ace of Swords here. It's like you are allowing them to be something different, but your journey and how to move forward here is still allowing without pushing. So the blockage in this is them. The lesson in this is for you to recognise them in them. Recognise who they are and how they move and how they react and how they are getting to possibly be not a bigger person, but a person with lots of different compartments inside themselves rather than just the one. You've got here the Hierophant with regards to moving this forward. You've got the Strength card, and you've got a very pentacly, let's work at this card. So this is like you're going to get to them through being traditional, through being contained, and through not, this isn't, you can't go into this fire energy is what this is saying. You can't scream and shout or you can't get this person by dressing up. You can't get this person by being the sexiest person in the room. You can get this person by being, if this is what you want, classy, dignified, quiet, contained. You're like, I'm off. Contained and allowing time to unravel. If you haven't got that much fire inside you at all, and you've got earth or water, you'll be saying or thinking, oh yeah, this is my pile, I like this pile. But fire people, maybe air, would be, oh, this is difficult. Because the Ace of Swords at the end with regards to, you know, where is this going, is it's allowing this person to start a different view of life and themselves, different mindset, through you being possibly different in some ways, and them almost like slowly catching you up. Not that there's like any levels to catch up, but more a case of the fact that you are different. It's like, okay, I'm getting there, I'm getting there. Don't rush, don't rush. It's almost like you have to be their energy 80% so they catch up with the 20% that you can reveal, and that feels safe to them. So what's blocking this relationship or this connection is their tardiness. It's their growth. And this growth is slow, and it's meant to be slow because it won't sink in any other way with this person. They will put the barriers up if this is pushed. This person is learning how to love, learning how to be the King of Cups, learning to be compassionate and caring, and to feel and think and act with their heart, not just with what fits and what feels safe. And we're all looking for balance, all of us. Not consciously, but that is where we're going. That is, I think, where we're going. Balance is everything. Balance is nature, and that is, we are nature. And we try and go in one direction, we force it, which you could do with this person, and I think it would rock this person, or they'll pull them back into their tortoise shell. But this person is changing. This person is gradually becoming what I guess is slowly, it's like drip feeding in new ways to attach and to connect and to express. And they're getting there. They've got the King of Cups here, but there are times when it's just difficult. It feels like it's difficult for you. It feels like it's difficult for them. It is like feeding subliminal messages. And I've said this before, of putting like holiday brochures by the toilet. My husband's a Pentacle type of guy. He's not really, he's Aquarius, but he has got Virgo rising, and he doesn't like to be rushed. Let's go on holiday, let's go here. He's like, no, we haven't got any money. And then if you put the brochures there, he thinks it's his idea, and slowly that, this is the same sort of idea here with this pile. And what's blocking this relationship is the person's resistance to change. And that is part of their journey. They're doing the right thing. They're going in the right direction. This feels good. This feels where it should be going. It's just harder for you, I think, than them, because they're like, and earth energy can often be this shut off. Can't do it. Incredibly stubborn. And fixed signs as well. Incredibly stubborn. And that person will put down the shutters if you use your fire energy to move this forward. It's like a bit of a warning pile in here for you, because it's giving you this, because they're moving in the way that it will reach you halfway. But with this card here is you've got to almost take on their energy too. And fire's not interested in that. Fire's conquering. It's going out. It's achieving. It's that what's next. It's not like looking back at the past or pure fire. It's not like, it's like, or trying to be something else. This is me. This is how I'm going to imprint on the world. Which pure fire this is, and we've all got little bits in us somewhere, I'm sure. And it's saying, sort of keep that for a different area in your life. It's you, don't change. You chose that. You're meant to be that. It's good, but this person needs you to be part of them, to allow them to feel comfort, to express themselves, to get to this king. Okay, pile number 1. I'm going to leave that there. Thank you very much for sharing your time with me. Bye. What's blocking this relationship, this connection? I'll just go with what I felt initially, and then we can sort of go through the cards together. You've got the Hearth card here and the Fire card here. So initially I'm thinking of Vesta, which has the first thought that came in, the first word that came into my head when I'm thinking of Vesta, which is an asteroid, is focus. And I'm wondering whether your person has extreme focus, because you've got here the shadow self with the eyes peering from the tree here. This is somebody who is, to me, feels quite intense with the feeling I've got so far. And it made me think of Daniel Day-Lewis. It made me think of, what's the guy at Psycho? He was born in Haverfordwest. Christian Bale. And the amount of energy, it makes me think of people with strong fire moons, especially late degree fire moons, and especially Aries. And they're normally extremely, extremely attractive. They tend to have that sexy Bert and Ernie look where the eyebrows go straight across, and they're just something quite I don't know, there's just something about them that always catches my eye. It's Bert and Ernie, both their faces. Prince Charles as well, Bert and Ernie. And I don't fancy Prince Charles, by the way, but the other two I can a bit. You have got this, well, the focus feeling here, the driven feeling here, and you've got this under what I would say a feeling of needing to accomplish something with the Ten of Pentacles here. And the Nine of Wands is shutting everything out, or shutting a lot out until that is achieved. So this person is focused and on their way to doing something that they feel is extremely important to them. You're coming across here as Mercury, so you don't care. You're coming. Mercury is playful. You can normally spot people with strong Mercury in different ways, in Virgo ways. I was watching Tom Hiddleston on TV last night, and I don't know if anybody is British, or we don't have to be British, but old British horror films. There used to be a man called Peter Cushing. They look very similar. Tom Hiddleston is Peter Cushing, and they're both very Virgo. There's a man up the road who we call Bill Nye, another very Virgo face, very small featured, bird-like in some way. So you could have, this sounds like insulting, doesn't it? Or a Gemini has a totally but similar look, normally smaller features, and a longer nose. But that energy is inquisitive, and it likes to poke its head out to find out what's going on in the world. Gemini laughs about it. Virgo wants to know more. So you're inquisitive, you're reaching out, you want to know more on this person's focus. So with regards to what's blocking this relationship at the moment is their intensity, but it's your curiosity is piqued by this person. This has got a bird-like feeling of somebody's like, oh my God, what's going on? This is either going to be really funny or this is going to be really interesting. I can feel the attraction. Something's moving here. Sorry, my family are coming in next door. But it feels interesting because I can understand it. I can feel what you're feeling here, because there's nothing as attractive as somebody who is focused, because you're like, let me in on that, what's going on. I had a friend when I was very young who was very much into photography, and she used to get into the sea and photograph surfers. It wasn't just that I found very enticing, but she was really into it. And at 17, I was very into astrology, but that was it really. I was like, I don't care what else happens, which is this, you know, it's like, okay, I can take it or leave it, Mercury energy. And then you meet somebody like this, and she might have been the Vesta on my part of my chart, that she made me think, I want to be really into something. So what's blocking this relationship is probably a difference in energy and direction from both of you. This is like, whee, what's going on? This is interesting. And this is, boof. I'm being, I'm doing. I may find some time for you on Sunday evening. Right, this is somebody with the Four of Pentacles here, and with this card specifically, of possibly having a history of leaving behind relationships to be able to not be tied down and to do that fire feeling and focus here, here and here. Of to do what they have set their mind. This person's come to this earth with a mission. And whatever that mission is, whether it's something that we find, you know, funny, but to them it's not. It's something that they feel that they need to do. And relationships in the past have taken a back seat. With a Fool card here, if anybody's trying to tie them down or got in the way of what they're trying to achieve. And I don't know what that is. Maybe they're training to go up Mount Everest, or maybe they have a job that they're very passionate about. This person won't let anybody get in their way. And if they do, they'd be unhappy. So, and I suppose with that Mercury here is you're probably quite flexible in many different ways. Virgo less so, being fixed. You've got, as it moves on here, the Hermit card, which is the Judgment and the Six of Wands. The Hermit card is going inside yourself, trying to understand, which you will love. It's like there's nothing as fantastic as finding somebody you're attracted to and looking at astrology. And that Mercury, you know, it's inquisitive. It may not be astrology, but it may be just mental meanderings to understand people, life situations. And that Hermit card is like, okay, let me sit back, let me try and understand. And it may be uncomfortable, but not, you've had this person's shown you affection, and it made you, this person's attracted to you, this person's shown you that they're attracted to you, and it feels to me like you want to get in on what they're doing because you want to feel that intensity, whether it's translated to, and this person's got intensity for life, and it can go in different areas. There is focus in here. You expect the Chariot, but you are probably thinking that if that person's that focused or that intense or has that passion and that direction, when I get a taste of that, it's going to be fantastic. You know, you can translate that one. Because nobody wants apathy or insipid in a relationship. Nobody wants that. And you've got here the Page of Cups, and I think this person has, it's like a electric bolt coming towards whatever they've focused their life on, and they've had some sparks that have gone off in your direction with this card here and this card here, and made you feel good, made you feel like you could be part of this person's gaze, this person's direction, and I think that this is changing you big time. There's a journey going on inside you. There's searching, and a complete change in the way that you see yourself in life as well. So this person is bringing out your intensity. You're questioning life, questioning who you are, where you want to be, as that lady did, the photographer with me. Now, okay, so moving forward, you've got here Mercury, working hard at it. To move forward in this, you've almost got to cut off from this person. You've got to cut off and sit back on yourself. This is somebody who is not ready to, I'm not saying you are this, but this person is too busy giving in some way to a job. I don't know what it is. It's some focus that they feel where people need them or the situation needs them. And a relationship is not as important as that to them. I'm not saying it's you, and then you're told here to sit back, lie back, move away and watch, but keep relating. So this may be a huge shift for you with regards to, well, this should be straightforward, I should be moving into it, but this is like giving you confidence in yourself, and when not to, this is difficult, the word I want to use, but I'm afraid that if I use it, that you will take it personally, and it's not towards you at all. It's just a word that will get the impression across. It's needy. It's like this person doesn't want needy. With these cards here, because it's calling you to, it's not end it, but remove yourself. It could be end it, remove yourself, sit back and watch, because this has got a feeling of leveling up in some way, while you are understanding, taking huge changes in your life, feeling good about yourself. This person allows you to feel that, trying to understand what direction you want to go in, and in that it's almost like I don't mean leveling up like you're below them, but it's a feeling of something that you have been brought here for is going to is being questioned, and you're gonna have to get there, and this person is sparking you. And this person is on their own agenda, and it's like, what's your agenda? Who do you want to be? Where do you want to go? And in doing that, a lot of the time that your vibration tends to come together a little bit better, and that's when the sparks fly. It's when this person almost, this sounds ridiculous, and I'm thinking of reading an old Boris Becker book here, where he said the thing that got him going, and he was Sagittarius rising, I think, was when he felt like he was on the hunt, when he felt like there was something that he had to compete for. And this is because of this energy here, has got this feeling, and it's like you pulling back and saying, well, you can come and find me, but I may not want you by the time you get here. And there's something in that journey and that process that's going to wake this person up. And this is why it's calling you to the world and working on yourself with these internal cards here. and well, especially that one, and mentally moving on with the Hangman card here, but not giving up. It's like relate, communicate, but don't need, because that person hasn't got time for needs apart from what he identifies as a need, she identifies as a need, is what I've got here. I'm going to leave that there, pile number 2. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoy the readings. Yeah, I'm going to say goodbye. Bye. Number 3. Oh, this is a difficult pile. Not that it is difficult in what the cards, the accumulation of the cards and what I'm picking up what they mean, but more in a way of, oh my lordy. Let me just go into it. It's got a feeling here of lessons. It's got a feeling here of stagnation, and it's got a feeling here of having to move outside a box, having to move this forward with an understanding, having to feel and experience what feels like a spiritual connection, which I know that may sound silly, and just enjoy it for what it is at the moment. Not so sure about all of that, but that's my feelings. You've got here the Magician card in the central pile. So the Magician card is somebody who, or a situation that has potential. And you've got here the Hangman and the Hangman. 2 Hangmen are basically hitting me in the face here. That is potential that is not taken up, or not, nothing's moving. The Hangman twice is a lot of watching, a lot of waiting, a lot of knowing that this could go somewhere and nothing else happening. And you've even got cards over here. You've got like the Hermit, and these cards, this is like which direction should you go in. You've got the Hermit, you've got the 4 of Cups and the 4 of Swords. All of those are stagnant. So you can both feel it. You both know this has got potential, but this to me feels like a relationship or a situation where you may not know each other that well, or whether there's some reason that you can't move forward. But more, to me, it feels more like it's an early stage of a relationship where you may not know, you just haven't got the opportunities to be able to move yet. You've got the 2 of Cups over here and the 9 of Cups twice. Lovely. This is like somebody you have met in a everyday situation where something's being shared, information or a service, or you work with this person, and this person's been polite. It feels congenial. It feels attractive. It feels like you've looked into each other's eyes and you've thought, yeah, it's you. You're the one. And it's the potential to move this forward. The Sage card here with the Hierophant and the Queen of Swords, to me, is making me think of an understanding of nature, natural experiences, connections, energy, and what you can do with it, where you can go with it, what your boundaries are, what you need, how you need to change in yourself. The things that you need to move away from, the baggage, I think I said luggage then, that this isn't an insulting sentence, honestly, but it's like moving away emotionally from things. So it could be, it's baggage. And I'm not saying you've got baggage, but if there's anything in your life that you hold on to, like, I'm going to make this up totally, it could be something like, I like girlfriends with green eyes. I like girlfriends with dark hair, and then this person turns up a different package. It's like, you need to drop that one. It's that sort of lessons here with what you feel is right, possibly, what you have felt is right. This person may be older or younger, or this person you may have met in a situation, or you may have with this work card here, think, well, actually, this is going to sound awful. I only date people who have good jobs, whatever that is, whatever a good job is to you. With the Hierophant card there, which is Taurus, which is money, which is stability, and this person may not have that. You could have met somebody who was selling not time out, what's that? You know, just selling something at the side of the road, oranges, let me make this up so it's not insulting to anybody, oranges at the side of the road, and you've fallen for them. So there's a feeling here of feeling the potential, the excitement, the connection, it making you feel good. But here it's like, where do both of your boundaries lie? How can you move on from this, emotionally move forward? And the Queen of Swords is the way to do this, is by looking back at your thoughts, and how what you want. And yeah, it's the Queen of Swords is looking back at your thoughts and questioning yourself on what you desire, where you set your goalposts and where you shut the gate with regards to relationships. Hi there, pile number 3. Sorry, my SD card just cut off because it's full. So I'm just going to start. I can't remember where I flicked off. I've just run next door to get another SD card. Let me just start going through this and wrapping it up for you. So what's blocking this relationship, to me, looking at it fresh after a tramps around the house, is a feeling of wanting to move forward, of feeling the excitement, wanting to get it started, but not knowing where to go with it. So that's what gave me the impression that this could be a relationship that doesn't have any, not much backdrop yet. Perhaps you haven't been together that long, or perhaps you haven't been able to get to each other very easily with these hangman here, this hangman twice. You've got here the Two of Cups, of recognising yourself and the other person, possibly feeling good with this person, feeling like this person can make you happy, and goes both ways. This, you know, this person here sees you as having the potential, was the word I remember using in the first bit here. You've got cards here of what I was guessing, or possibly thinking here, of sharing some activity with this person where this attraction has been recognised. Then it moves on to what's, you know, I'm thinking, what's blocking this? Lack of backdrop, lack of, this isn't a relationship, and this definitely won't be your plan if you've been together already. This to me with a I don't know, it could be, let me just say, with a hangman there, it's like suspended. You could have broken up. So it could be, it's suspended and needing, because these are all like thought. If you look at this pile here, the Magician and the Hangman, it's all like, it's got to go inside your head. It's a lesson. And you've got here the Sage card here. It's a lesson of balancing elements, as in how you both fit together and what you can do about your different energies and how they interact. But this here is, to me, with the Hierophant being what I assume is values, possessions, boundaries type of feeling here. And that's what made me question whether if this person isn't your usual type, or whether they don't, you are at different states in, I can't think of the words, like society with regards to finances, and you think, well, okay, perhaps, you know, it's because we do possibly make subliminal choices about people, and these things flick so automatically through our heads that we see certain people as attractive because they already fit a criteria we didn't even know we had. Maybe, I don't know. I think different people are different. You get Sagittarius people and their boundaries are very loose, so they can fall in love with lots and lots of people, sometimes at the same time, as Pisces can as well. But you have people with this like Taurian, Hierophant feeling who have certain, this is what I like. And the Sage card is here, is like, perhaps this person with a Sage card, and we're talking about elements and very sort of primitive feeling here, this person may be, which I think I said initially, out of your usual remit, if that makes sense. What is that? I don't know. But, and this is where the mental process is blocking this. It's like, well, that's not really what happens when I have a relationship, or that isn't my type, and this person doesn't act like this type that I went out with so many years ago that I fell in love with. It's a lot of processing things mentally. It's a lot of having different elements introduced. There's differences in this, but not enough to let you get the connection there. And they do say sometimes, and this is something I question myself, like opposites attract. This may have that, but You've got, if opposites attract, there's still got to be something in your makeup with each other that vibrates at the same vibration enough to connect in the first place. But you can get things in packages which can be bigger lessons in a shorter time, which this one could be. And you should be thankful of this hangman period if that is so, because it gives you time for a breather. This has got your timing and working on it, and being what I guess here, the Strength card here. And the Strength card is interesting because that the Empress card is sat down. This lady normally is in the Rider-Waite standing up, because it is allowing the energy here of the male and the female to travel up the spine, and that is intermingling, you know, different parts of different energies, which we've talked about here, until you find an equilibrium or a balance and a flow with it. And that is also saying that the energy that flows through the Strength card is the same for everybody. We all run on the same Duracell batteries. It's all coming from one source, but the way that we translate that, the way that we act, the way that we see the world is totally up to us. So there's something going on in this power which is fascinating with regards to seeing somebody who's different from you, not knowing where to go with it. This may not, I don't know how to say this power, not knowing where to go with it, but being intrigued by it, and the whole connection being a lesson in what you want to let in your circle. What you think, this is me, this is my likes, this is my loves, this is what I find attractive, and this is what I can cope with, this is what I can't cope with, and this person turns up with enough to get to the outer ring of that, and it's like skipping backwards and forwards, and probably for both of you, because you're both going to have energy that, you know, exchange that's probably similar from both sides. And are you going to let this person in? It's like that Swedish vampire film, Let the Right One In. And this is what this feels like. So the blockage in this relationship is enough familiarity to bring this person close to you, but there's differences between you that question whether this is your person and how far to let them in. Let me remove these because it's a bit busy. You've got here what I guess with the Sage card and the Hermit card and the Magician card is what I would translate as spiritual lessons, that ability to look inside ourselves, to understand the bigger picture, and to not have to move immediately. You've got not move, not move, not move, not move. And the Six of Wands has got, the blockage in this is the balance. What is you, what is not you? And it's all you. That person's you, I'm you, you're me. But we choose what we need to live our life lessons, you know, what energy we choose to do that. And sometimes you'll recognise it, the next lifetime you may not. And this person you recognise enough, but it's not the total package of easiness. It's lessons in here, and you need to know whether you are ready to cope with them yet. The Hangman here twice. And this is internal, lie low. And the Six of Wands, with the Two of Cups starting the Six of Wands, is recognise the pull between the pair of you. Recognise that you are similar energies, but with the Strength card here and the working on it, and you've got these internal cards, recognise everybody else around you is you, the same energy as you. They've just chosen different ways to express themselves in this lifetime. So this must apply to your person as well. So too, sorry if this is like me trying to work through the pile, because it really is. What's blocking this relationship? It's meant to be blocked at the moment, I would guess here, because you're learning who you are and what you're not, and so is the other person. And whether this person, let's just say in 3 months' time, this person comes into your life and the relationship kicks off and moves on from this and this, and then you find bits about this person that niggle you. Let's just say you're very set, you're a one-to-one person, you just like a very close relationship, and you find that this person has slept around a huge amount, with lots of different people, you know, lots of different scenarios, lots of different situations. And most of the time you'll be like, oh God. But this is almost like questioning if this moves on and the attraction goes further, which, you know, with the Six of Wands card here, it just feel like you're happy and you feel good in yourself. What would you do in that situation? Or if you flip it the other way around, if your person's a one-to-one person, but you are very open with regards to your sexuality and have lots of different relationships with lots of different people at the same time. You know, you're very, very open. Would you think, oh, actually, no, you're not mine? Because these two cards here are asking, it's like equal, making something equal. And this card here it's asking the same thing. It's asking you to look at yourself to see what you accept, even if that person isn't in that perfect package. And with the Strength card down here, it's like, as I said earlier, the ability to love something that isn't you. And you're given time to be able to reassess where you sit and your inner strength and whether you could do that, which is a really difficult question. Depending, and as I'm saying this, I'm thinking if you've got heavy Aquarius, Uranus, Jupiter, Sagittarius, it's easier for you to be able to accept lots of different types of people. But if you're heavy Cancerian, it's harder. It's like, this is what I like, this is what I love, it makes me feel comfortable. And we've all chosen for this particular lifetime what we want to experience. So what's blocking this relationship, I think, is stagnation, and it's there for a reason. It's there for you to be able to reassess what you want, what you don't want, what is you, what is not you, and how much you can take of the other person that you feel that you can't have, own, identify with, and still love this person, because this person may, as I said initially, come in a different package. So you're given that time to go inward, I suppose, and feel the attraction enough to be able to expand. Okay, pile number 3, I'm going to leave you there. I'm going to go to the hospital because my sister had a baby this morning, a little baby girl called Evelyn, at 5 o'clock this morning. So I'm going to pack up for a very exciting reason. I'm going to say goodbye. Bye.